All right, greetings everyone. Greetings and welcome to this weekly webinar show entitled Wellness is Wealth. Thank you for joining me this evening. My name is Leo Marshall. Thank you everyone for joining. Big up the family that are joining us this evening. You're in for a powerful show. Each and every week we have special guests that come on and break down some aspect of wellness or wealth, because the way we see it, without your wellness, in other words, without your health, you don't have wealth. It doesn't matter how much money you make. Yeah, it's not as important as your health. So we focus on wellness, we focus on health and all aspects of it. So we look at health holistically. It's not just a physical thing, it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, and financial as well. So we have to cover all aspects, including the financial side as well. So every week we're going to be having special guests. Before I bring on my special guest this evening, let me just tell you what we've got coming up very quickly. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen and tell you what we've got coming up. Hopefully everyone can see that. All right, so we do have the Hidden Sides of Black Hair coming up very soon, family. That's next year. Make sure you get your tickets for that. But I even want to show you that. Let me just quickly come out of this. All right, so in a couple weeks' time, family, we have none other than the Black History Man himself. Robin Walker will be appearing on the platform. He actually runs a online course called Wealth Mastery. Wealth Mastery is an online course, and he gathers like information from ancient Kemet and that sort of stuff. And the way he sees it, all the people that are running with these money making programs, they all, according to Robert Walker, they got them from us or African spirituality or African practices, including ancient Kemet. So he'll break down a little bit of that. Obviously, talk about his courses that he runs online and that sort of stuff. Very powerful. Right now, he's out in the Gambia with Andrew Mohammed at his retreat, but he will be back in the UK in a couple of weeks' time. He's going to appear on the platform on the 10th of December. So not next week, Wednesday, the week after. So look out for that. We've got the Black History Man, Robin Walker, appearing on the platform. That is going to be a very powerful show. Yeah. And again, each and every week, we're going to have special guests and that sort of stuff. And I spoke about this last week, but just to reiterate this week, that each and every week, we usually do a webinar offer. And our webinar offer over the last couple of weeks has been our CBD oil. But because of how successful the webinar offer has been, you guys buying up the offer anytime we put it on, we are totally sold out of all of our oils. Our CBD oil, the other, herb oil that we've got, the more powerful one, we're sold out of all our oils. We're getting supply in by the end of the year. So we probably won't be able to sell any more this year. But by the end of the year, we'll have our new stock in. So come next year, come January, we'll be back on it with some type of webinar offer where you guys can get some oils. And we might have some other products as well for our webinar offer, just so you know, we've got some very powerful products coming next year as well. So yeah, big up all the people that have got the oil. By all means, give us some feedback. You can send the email to the Hidden Science Academy at gmail.com. I've been receiving feedback like, oh, I had the best sleep of my life when I took that oil. It really calms my nerves and that sort of stuff. So yeah, if you guys have been using it, remember, it's 6 drops under your tongue before bed. And if you have got the more powerful oil that is mixed with coconut oil, in this weather, it will solidify. So you just need to warm it up to liquefy it again. And then you can put the 6 drops under your tongue before bed. It doesn't have to be every night, but I always say when you first start using it, try and use it for 1 to 2 weeks consistently. So if you do have the CBD oil, 6 drops under your tongue for at least 10 days, I'd say 14 days max. And then you can stop it and then just use it as and when. Again, because these CBD oils, they've got, the cannabis extracts in them. They're good for just calming the nerves. So they're good for depression. They're good for anxiety. They're good for insomnia. They're good for arthritis. They're good for relieving pain. Very powerful stuff. Yeah. And I look forward to hearing you guys' feedback on it. All right. And then later on, I'm going to tell you about some events we got coming up, as a lot of you are fully aware anyway. But without further ado, family, let me just come out of this. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce the special guest this evening. And big up everyone that's in the chat, large up the family. Greetings, everyone. But let me just quickly introduce the very special guest for this evening. From surviving cancer 6 times to leading innovative businesses for 4 decades, Marcia Brock teaches the art of building a life and business that heals, sustains, and empowers. Join her for a powerful session on resilience, well-being, and how to create smart, scalable systems that let you thrive, not grind. Can everyone put some ones in the chat and welcome onto the platform the ever so talented Marcia Brock. How you doing, sis? You all right?
Thank you, thank you. I had my daughter calling me, Mom, can I have some money, please? So,
Multitasking as usual, yeah?
thank you, thank you.
All
All
right.
right,
I'm just gonna hand it over to you. I'm just gonna make sure that your screen can be shared. So just check that.
screen sharing now.
Coolio.
Yeah.
And as usual, family, once Marcy is finished with her presentation, you guys can raise your hand, ask your questions, make your comments, or you can ask your questions while she's going through it, or put your questions in the Q&A so you don't miss them or don't forget them. But without further ado, over to you, sis.
Okay, thank you. I'm practicing because I'm playing around with this. Right, let me see if it works now. Lord. All right, why isn't the screen share working now? Go back, go back, go back. All right. You are squaring. All right, let me change my. Mm,
And there should be like a play slideshow button or something like that.
mm, they should be right here. Right. Can you see it now?
Yeah, fully, yeah. That's it.
Perfect. All right. Welcome, everybody. My name's Marcia Brock. I've been given lots of different titles over the years. I originally started off as an engineer and then became more of a serial entrepreneur because I started businesses from the age of 9. And this is just a collection of some of the names I get called. Mother is the main one. Daughter is the next one I get called very often. But some people say thought leader, some people say philanthropist, some people say serial entrepreneur. But mainly I'm always a team member. I think that's one of the most things that you need to be in life. So today I want to deliver a workshop in regards to ensuring that you rebuild your health, your mind, and your business. Because I feel like some people forget that their whole self is a business anyway. Even if you're going to your job, even if you're going to your work, even if you're going to school, it's your business that you need to look after. I'm a 6-time cancer survivor. I also live with a condition called lupus and another condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And throughout all of that, I've been an entrepreneur since the age of 9, which is actually 41 years now. I've been an entrepreneur. Um, with all what I've just said, realizing that most people is overloaded. I know I truly was and can be at times. Overgiving, it may be a female trait, but it's definitely a trait for a lot of people. Out of energy and alignment, yeah. And does anybody have any of these? Do they feel any of these? You can put one in the chat if you feel any one of them. If you're overloaded, overgiving, you're out of energy, or you're out of alignment. Yeah. And let me see if I can see the chat. Can you see the chat, Leon?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Loads of
All
ones
right.
going in there, loads of ones going in there.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now, I completely was. So on one side, you will see entrepreneur from young. At 16, I left home. I sold my first business at 14. By the time I was 19, I was a Microsoft engineer. And I feel like that actual job title is more of what I've been over the years. There's like a saying in the engineering circle of become an engineer and change the world. So I highly agree with that because I went on to do Cisco wireless engineering, which if anybody doesn't know, Cisco wireless networking and Cisco networking in general is the reason why computers can talk. Otherwise, it would just be a standalone machine. Voice over IP networking and is something I specialized in, and wireless technology is what I specialized in. I was doing it from young, but I qualified at 29. And I then got to see gaps in the market and created a brand called Smart World Technology Now. It was called several different names over the years, but we ended up calling it Smart World. It was sold when I was 45, and for the last 5 years, I've been doing more community work because we done like around just over 4,000 projects in regards to smart world technology. And I say that knowing that I was a girl born between Jamaica and Peckham and went to school in Brixton. And the tenacity I believe that those two things gave me was the fact that even when I had my first cancer, it didn't stop me because that's when I got my Microsoft engineering. And over the last 30 years, I've had six now different cancers and live with other conditions. So here's a picture of me before I think that was my brain cancer, and how I looked after having 9 months of chemo, all different kind of infusions, and realizing that I was literally allergic to 24 or 26 out of the no 20 of the different drugs that they were putting me on. And the other six were actually anti-sickness to hold those drugs down. My body was literally allergic to all of them. So in the next time, yeah, and the next 23 minutes, I want to give you guys tips because I understand that may seem inspirational, but I kind of want to be transformational for you guys today. And I want to break down how to listen to your body before it breaks down and to simply 5 methods to ensure that your body's realigned, along with if you're a business owner, how to actually build a business that doesn't drain you. I said technology is my one of my babies, so lots of people use AI nowadays, or if not, lots of people will be using AI in the future, in many different forms. And the tips that I actually use to rebuild again and again and again. So, some of you may want to know what kind of cancer I've had. So, I've had cervical, I was 19, I had stomach in my 20s, I had brain in my 30s, stomach again around 35, and then at 39 I got breast cancer, and I had honestly I think by four is my favorite number. I had thought I'd had as much cancer as anybody could be diagnosed with. However, on my fifth cancer, I was extremely peed off, to not swear, because I thought I'd done with that. Like, I thought I'd worked out all the tricks not to have the burnout of your body and not listening to my body. And on my sixth cancer, which was now 2 years ago, and I'm going getting rid of the last little bits. I was utterly pissed. I just wanted it to be gone as quickly as possible and carry on with my life because even though I have cancer and even though I've had cancer in the past, cancer isn't my biggest issue in regards to health. And um, I get to have time to put some energy into supporting the Black Women Rising Cancer Charity because I understand that so much people are scared when they have heard the word cancer. They're so scared when they, or have a lot of fear when it comes to it. And it's definitely something I feel you shouldn't be fearful of. Yeah. Um, as I said before, I've had to have a lot of natural therapy because I was literally allergic to everything. My body's very sensitive. Even some of the natural products I'm allergic to. So Dr. Alan Williams is a wonderful naturopath, and he took time to go through lots of different things. I had a lot of American teams as well. My family live in America, and they would get my results and test them and go over them and look at the American team that I discovered I was allergic to 20 of the drugs that the NHS had delivered to me, which I thought they were doing the right thing, realized that they weren't, realized they couldn't do natural products, so had to find private pay people, which Erin Taylor is one of them. I done juice detoxing with him, Dr. Sophia Michelle. She was she does these things called the bioscans, both her and Erin do. And under the bioscans, it could literally read everything my body was allergic to, everything that was giving me problems, everything that can be fixed with root caused, like natural ways to do it. And it blew my mind. This is, I think it was was it my, no, it wasn't. It was my last, my breast cancer number 5 is when I found these. So for the last 10 years, and the brain cancer, I had to just do natural and hope, and I was still getting allergic reactions to the natural. So that was like 15, 16 years before. So the last 10 years, I've finally kind of worked out a lot of things that I'm allergic to, a lot of things that I'm sensitive to, a lot of things that even emotionally the bioscans can pick up. And things that worked quite well was by Mr. Leon Marshall, who gave me the tip. When I called him frantically when I discovered I had my sixth cancer, I was like, I need to find the quickest way possible to get rid of this. I'm sick and tired of it. I just want it fast. And he actually gave me a book to read, which was The Grape Cure by Joanna Brandt. And yeah, she wrote down steps on how grapes can help cure cancer. And it's been phenomenal. And the last 2 years, if anybody does know of me or see me online, or you can see that I don't look like I'm going through cancer in any way, shape, or form. So, why I say cancer isn't the biggest thing is this condition that I live with. Can anybody put a yes in the chat if they've heard of a condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? I don't
One,
know how I'm sharing, but I can't see the chat link. Can you tell me? Has anybody heard of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome or EDS?
3 people.
3. Okay. So they say it's a rare condition, but it's not. It's just rarely diagnosed. The way most people get diagnosed is by a physical exam, but most people are in their 30s, 40s, or 50 before they actually get diagnosed. I was very lucky. I got diagnosed at 26, after having issues from child from birth. But this line is the line that sticks out for me on this. A lot of people, for example, think that cancer pain is the worst pain, but let me assure you that many EDS patients have pain far beyond any cancer patient I've ever seen. That is by Dr. Forrest Tennant. That always stuck out to me because I have had cancer. I've gone through cancer. I'm showing it. It's like your body just needs a great detox That's what your body needs. But with EDS, the Great Detox doesn't seem to work as I'd hoped. I'm still going through different practices to try and align my body because as you can see on the screen, my body looks like that with EDS. Internally, most of my body is subluxed, and I have to work really hard to put it back together each and every day. And some people seen me with my aids on or the straps on or using a spray or using pain relief. But generally, most people have no clue that that's what my body's actually doing internally. We decided to raise awareness for it, but my daughter has the condition, and I really wanted to work out if I could cure um, if I could heal from cancer, even if it was temporarily for me. At those times, I'm determined for it to be gone forever now. How can I do the same for EDS? So, under the awareness raising that we do in May, we're working in the background with different scientists, different support, different doctors, different teams to try and find a cure. Over the years, we've made a lot of impact in regards to that. And I say this as even though I live with these conditions, I still had to run a business. And because I found out I couldn't use just the free NHS, I had to do things privately. So making money consistently is what I needed to do. Yeah. With that, we've got a book out, so that is something that is always going to be passive. We've made it, it can sell time and time again. We have a digital journal, those things are out. I've done numerous different things like this because I think making money without working hard for it um, suits people nowadays. A lot of people talk about passive income, and there's lots of smarter ways that people can work. We also have a sponsored podcast because I don't really enjoy talking about my actual personal journey for free anymore. And like as my children say, you got to pay me to do certain things. So yeah, we've got a sponsored podcast. The companies are called Chronic Pain Partners, and they do a lot for EDS awareness. And they're based in America and another branch in Europe. And we are the launch of their podcast, their first ever podcast. And my favorite number is 4. And I want to do 4 steps to show people how, no matter what you're going through in life, no matter what you're going through with your health, no matter what you're going through your business, you can always have transformation to make your life a lot easier and survive anything that comes your way. So, things I had to learn to do was listen to my body. I would get those bioscans, which some people's had in the group. Anybody had a bioscan in this group? Anybody's putting the ones in there
Yep,
for
yep,
me?
yep.
Yes, yes. So bioscans are phenomenal. I love the technology behind it. I love the simplicity behind it because I had 22 lumbar punctures in my lifetime. And from the moment I had bioscans, I've never looked back. And I would learn to do a morning scan. I would like take my time. I do yoga and it's a part of the practice. However, I didn't realize how impactful it was until Leon let me know on one of his hypnotherapy workshops that I was actually like hypnotizing myself to be well. Um, Most people kind of don't listen to their body until it screams, as the title there says. In the morning or the afternoon or the evening, if you can't make that 4 minutes, which is only like 6.63 seconds of an hour, percentage of an hour, to take time and listen to your body, you're going to have to hear when it starts to get a bit louder. So you might have to notice your red flags in your body, like, oh, my head's hurting me. Oh, this is hurting me. Oh, I'm dehydrated. Little things like that, like most people don't do. And I was the queen of that. I would drive and eat. I would not do things that were beneficial to my body. Um, I had to relearn how to listen to the energy bank check, which is I feel tired, but I'm gonna do this. If you're tired, rest. Because some people feel like rest is only when you're sleeping. Rest as much as you can. Yeah. Well, historically, we've worked way too long for very little. So rest as much as you can. Um, has anybody had their body try and warn them? Warn them that something ain't quite right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So when you get those warnings, are you going to do things to help your future get better? Or are you going to do things to dishonor yourself in the future? So when you get those warnings, like I use these daily alignment questions personally, and if I'm doing something and I say, does this honor my health? Because over the years, I've done things and pushed, as I said, I've done 4,000 projects plus. I done things out of alignment because I wanted a project deadline to be hit. Now, that doesn't matter to me. Deadlines can get to be done tomorrow. Some things can get done tomorrow. It'd be nice for me to, for instance, finish this. If I go over, I'm sure you won't mind. Yeah. And understanding your purpose was something I think I thankfully found when I was young. And I realized that a lot of people didn't. So even though I was sick, I had my goals to focus on. So a lot of people get sick and it's the sickness they focus on. I still had my goals. And I had things like wanting to launch certain tech projects or wanting to launch certain movements that's happened from International Men's Day movements, from women's movements to all different kind of money making movements as well. And I always had this thing called my dreams and purpose. And I actually deliver those classes once a year, normally in January, to people to help them who don't actually align with their purpose. They've maybe got a job and it's swung in this way. They've maybe been told something by their family and it's swung that way. But yeah, working in your purpose, I feel is a factor on why I've been able to survive, to be very honest, too. And when you're listening to your body with these kind of questions that you're giving to yourself, have I taken time to eat? Have I done this? Have I done that? You start to notice, does this give you the right energy? And like you may get signs, I get like little signs that something's going right, where everything starts to fall in alignment. One of these things was my yoga. So after I semi-retired, or done my best to semi-retire, um, I would start to show my yoga online. I would start to show videos that I would do online. And it was more about me just honoring myself. And I would do these classes with our children's charity called Smart Kids. And we would help children to get themselves in alignment. But I then realized that the adults needed it too. Started to share the videos, as I said, and got friends and people in my connections asking me to come on retreats, asking me to do lots of different workshops. And it was great because I'm doing yoga and it's healthy. But I actually still was out of alignment at the very beginning because I was trying to go to these different things just because I had the time to. But what happened was my body then started to let me know it's not good. The first kind of signs was my shoulder would dislocate, which it does anyway, but it took about 4 months for it to actually get better when it normally can just take a few hours or a few days. So the alignments were showing, but I still had to keep on honoring myself. And I honor myself. I get to deliver limited amount of time of classes, limited sessions throughout the year, and get to do impactful things that I think helps when you're in alignment. So, what alignment looks like for me, and I hope what it can look like for you, that is cut draining commitments, cut things that actively drain your energy. Like having your energy drained is no joke. Like some people say it recently, someone was talking about in relationships, how toxic relationships can be. And that don't just mean in intimate relationships, that's your friendships, that's your team, in work, that's in all areas of your life. Yeah. So taking your time to listen and heal whatever you're feeling when you're being drained, when you're out of alignment, those times are like protected. Recently, somebody asked me to do something in December. I said, December's my time off now. I'm going to take a break. They was like, oh no, can't you just come to this and can't you just do? No, I really can't. And I don't know if anybody has a problem with saying no. Please, if you do, you don't even need to put that in the chat. Just learn to change that for yourself. Yeah. And I will give you some tips and tricks to learn to change that as well. And when you're doing that, you get to then become again working in your purpose. Yeah. And designing days around my health is like some people know I like to go to the gym in the morning. Some people know I like to go to the spa. Some people know I like to take walks. And people would say, how do you do that while still running a business? Because your business is not meant to deplete you, that you're not doing things to honor your body. Like that's the hustle kind of keep on 24 hours of work. No, you're gonna pop down doing that. Yeah. So my purpose is called Ania, and part of my dreams is called Ria. Those are my two daughters that I was completely blessed to be able to have because back when doctors used to talk to me, they told me I couldn't have children. Yeah. And my family and my business is a major factor in regards to my purpose because my business has been able to be sustainable no matter my health. Yeah. And I learned to work a lot of I learned to work really smart, which was a part of the brand. I kept on being told that I'm really smart for doing it this way. I'm really smart for doing it that way. Like technology in your hand is something that I would really proud that everybody has. There was lots of smart technology projects that we've got to do because I needed to rest. I needed to sit down and not run up and down for work. So even though it may sound dramatic that I've had these conditions, it actually was a part of my purpose because I found alternative ways to work or to have fun, alternative ways to talk to people, alternative ways to do presentations like this. Yeah. Um, with what people go through in life, because everyone's got their story. I think once you hear everybody's story, there's always something inspirational in it. Um, and I'm getting to share my story, but I really don't want to focus on that too much now. I really want to be able to engage with the teams here. Sorry, my back's starting to hurt. Engage with the teams here and make sure that you guys understand your purpose, how to connect correctly with people around you, things in regards to technology, in regards to processes, and making profits because I can talk about my health and everything like that, but people still need to make money. Yeah. And I don't, and everybody's time is precious. So if you're going to be on this for the next, 13 more minutes, I want to make sure that you find ways to make profit too. These are the ways that I make an impact with the short amount of time. I use 8 hours a month to do networking. For me, I used to do just 2 hours a month when I would host something called Ladies Who Latte. I co-host that with two other women, sorry, and I found it very impactful because I've got a love for networking, coming from computer networking to business networking to Cisco networking and all different levels of networking, the community networking. I find it to be one of my superpowers. So where I kept on saying, "Oh, I only do Ladies U Latte for 2 hours. I only do it for 2 hours a month," and it's so impactful. And I was like, "So why don't I do more?" So Peckham Ladies Latte has started I think it's coming up 2 years now. Ladies Who Latte's been London Bridge has been going for 11 years. I started business after business as well. That's an evening networking. And I was finding that there was like spaces that people wanted to be safe in black spaces. So I joined the Soul Purpose 360 founder, and for the last, I think it's 5 years, yeah, 2020, 5 years, we've made amazing impact globally for safe spaces for Black women and made wonderful connections from business after business, from doing international projects with people in Kenya and Ghana and Gambia and many other different countries. And that is from 8 hours a month. So when people kind of get in alignment, like I have and other people I know around me, there's like a shift that happens where you don't have to no longer hustle all the time. People's like, Marcy, you do so much. No, I'm just really, really good with my time. And that has helped to reduce my stress, get me to focus on building systems with different teams, different projects, where we got to hit to the 4,000. Yeah, without systems, that would be impossible. And even though I have the health issues, the burnouts are much less and have been managed. So having things like overloading yourself, like saying, yeah, I can do this, yeah, I can do that, and not hiring somebody else or not bringing someone else or not teaming up with someone else is the recipe for disaster. Yeah, building your teams, building your safe communities, building your networks are key. Yeah. I like to do the things I love. Yeah. So out of them 8 hours, I'm here doing these kind of things from if it's not boxing, it's yoga. If it's not swimming, it's roller skating. And I've documented some of it on this hashtag called 44 Days with Marcy. If you ever want to look at it, it's on it's on social media. You could just Google the hashtag and it will come up with the different platforms as well. And those things are needed, yeah, because where I said I weren't learning to listen to my body soon enough, I had to learn that. And is there any areas of you guys' life or in your businesses that it needs kind of rebuilding? How many's in the chat for me?
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah. So rebuilding your life is something that I have a passion for. Supporting people with their health is something I have a natural passion for too. Um, but again, in the smartest way possible. I say if I can rebuild myself 6 times from those major diagnoses that I got lots of, you won't make it, you ain't gonna live till this age, you ain't gonna live to that age. Like doctors' predictions were crazy to me. I feel like no matter what people are going through, with the right kind of network, the right kind of support, the right kinds of people around you, you can actually rebuild any part of your life. Uh, yeah. So in the presentation, I kind of wanted to make sure there was some kind of offer for people. And I don't like to just talk and not give you something that's actually going to be really impactful. So I wrote a book called 44 Days of Thought Leadership. And it was because I kept on getting that title. When I looked it up and realized what it meant, I don't know, does anybody know what a thought leader is? It's more popular now. They gave it to me about 10, 12 years ago. Anybody know what a thought leader is? Anybody describing it for me, please?
No, you're gonna have to describe it for us.
Okay. It's somebody whose ideas get put into fruition. They think of their ideas, they think of their thoughts, and they become a leader in that field. my things were smart technology. I wanted to make things smarter. I wanted to work from home. I wanted my TV screen, which is over here, to talk to the people, and I didn't have to leave my house. I wanted my wireless networking to work. All of the Cisco networking was great, but it wasn't accessible to people with disabilities. Like, so when my joints were out, holding certain things or not talking to it was impossible. So yeah. And even some of the like the events that we've done, I'll go to All Boys Rock. All Boys Rock was something I had thought about and researched and realized nobody's celebrating International Men's Days. A lot of people want to cuss out men all the time. I'm going to be real honest. Cuss out men all the time. How can we ensure that these empowered women that they're talking about have empowered men? So we started that like 10 years ago. Now, most people kind of know about International Men's Day. Does anybody, it's still November, did anybody do anything so far for International Men's Day or Men's Month now that it's November? Anybody in the chat saying they did?
One person, most people say no.
Ah, okay. So International Men's Day is just like International Women's Day. It's the 19th of November, however. Women's Day is the 8th of March. And what was happening around that is that more men's projects were coming up. We had to go to Parliament and put in laws and policies, sorry, to have them focus on men's issues. Like up until 10 years ago, there wasn't any policy for men's mental health whatsoever, none. And doing projects like that is why people get called thought leaders. I don't know if anyone knows, what's the other guy who wears the hat, Leon? He wears this hat all the time. What is his name again? He was recently here in London. An
Someone put it
American
in the
guy
chat
online.
that
He gets
is he.
classed as a thought leader. I believe he calls himself a thought leader and runs projects called thought leadership. It's basically people who make their thoughts and their visions come into fruition and make actual some kind of global or local or national impact. Yeah. And so because some people still don't know how to describe it, I've written a book in regards to it. Yeah. And on this webinar, I want to go back. Um, it's a 44-day kind of steps where you break down each day how you can become a thought leader. It's one of my books. I have 6 books, but this book is for this webinar. And I feel like the people who have actually joined this webinar have some kind of impact they want to make. Am I correct or am I wrong? If I'm wrong, just don't put nothing in the chat. If I'm correct that you too want to make some kind of impact or want to be some kind of inspiration, even if it's just for yourself, yeah? Put something in the chat for the
People are
people there.
saying yes, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely. So some people think like quick fixes are a way, and like Leon runs a fruit fast for 40 days. And when he told me I had to do like 40 days to try and help myself, initially eating certain foods for 40 days seems like a shock. And I realized because I was unwell, I needed to do it. But when people just want to do it for the basic parts of their health, 40 days is a pushback. So even though I know like 40 days and longer makes a massive impact into your world, um, don't let the 44 days kind of throw you off if you do want to get the discounted book that I'm offering on this webinar. 50% of all proceeds goes to our children's charity called Smart Kid, where they do fun and creative workshops for children aged 2 to 18. That has been running now for 19 years. Next year we celebrate 20 years, and it too has made global impact. And recently my daughter got an award, as she's a co-founder. She got a Royal Global Award in regards to that. So she's on her steps to becoming a thought leader too. Yeah, so it works. It does work. The book works. Yeah. I'm gonna move on because I don't, my favorite number is 4. So I'm going to give 4 offers in this webinar, yeah? Right. So this summer, me and Leon done a Melanin Money Masterclass, and we've been in the background designing how we can do like a absolutely transformational program for people, because people have their ABCs that they want to get to in life, and there's loads of things out there. There's loads of things you can watch online. There's loads of things that you can just download and watch. But someone to support you, someone to be there with you on a in a regular basis is something that we want to put into place. And I will have a code for everybody. I'm gonna ask for it to be put in the chat um, for people to join a WhatsApp group, or if you haven't got WhatsApp, put your emails in to actually get access to this. It's going to be myself and Leon and other people who will be providing these things that I can see some people still really need. And something else people need, I'm going to have to flip my screen to actually view this properly, yeah? So let me, wrong thing. Mm. So what we was finding was everybody talks about AI, everybody talks about tech, using it smarter, doing this, doing that, but the implementation of it seems to be difficult for people. So sorry, let me take this off the screen. There's an AI workshop being delivered for people on the 3rd of January where you physically are going to set up everything that you need for your systems, for your automations, from how to like there's like things where you can make your emails do a high level of automations that I didn't know about when I'm doing the class. Yeah, and it's not delivered by me. I will be there, but it's delivered by my friend Amber. And for some reason, I'm gonna come into this. Let me see. Oh, let me hide this for a second. Right. Uh, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yep, perfect. Right. My friend Amber, she's based in America, based in London, sorry, she's from America. And she does this, she's an AI master, and she runs this workshop. With everybody who's come on the webinar, there's a deal that you can be had. And if you join the WhatsApp group that Leon hopefully can share to the chat, everybody can get access to this. Yeah. And for 2026, we don't want anybody left behind anymore in regards to AI. The revolution has begun. It's been quite a few years, and I'm seeing that not everybody is able to utilize it in the best way possible for business, but for life, for learning, for support, for health as well. Yeah. So if everyone in the chat wants to join this class on the 3rd of January, I will ensure that everybody who joins the WhatsApp group gets the link for it because you get a discount. It's you get 50% off because it's like a £500 workshop and it's now 250 because me doing this webinar. This workshop, like for instance, I could go through Amber's tour. What is the time?
Hi, I'm Abby, Amber's AI stand-in. I know, you were expecting Amber. Same. She's probably with a scary but brave member or a fair HR client making magic or being dragged around Brixton by Chloe.
So I won't let the clone carry on, but many people can set up clones. Many people haven't set up clones. Many people may not want to set up clones. You may just want to use AI for your needs. My mission is to, from this webinar, to make sure your needs are met. Yeah. So this webinar, sorry, this workshop is going to ensure that around, if not 10 to 22 hours of your time has been eliminated from things you can do in your business or on your work. For me, time's essential. So yeah, it's definitely something I would say is a need. I'm just gonna go back because there's something else I want to offer everybody, and it's actually another American friend of mine. Everybody can see this. They're going to watch a video, and I think it will take us up to 28:21.
Are you a creative or a business owner and
Can you hear
care
this?
about your story or your
Yes.
product so much that your message comes out rushed, tangled, or unclear? I can help with that. I'm TC Newman. I'm a 20-year journalist, and communicating clearly in a concise manner is exactly what I do. So let me give you some of my tips and tricks in my upcoming workshop, Message Mastery. In Message Mastery, we're not going to make you sound like a robot. You're going to sound like yourself, but confident, clear, and easy to understand. The class takes place online December 10th, and if you can't make the live class, you'll get a replay. Are you a creator?
Right. I'm going to come back to my screen, hopefully. What have I done now? I haven't got my slides up. 1 second. Right.
Yep.
So, yeah, perfect. So we're underneath the not just masterclass, but the membership that me and Leon are going to ensure is created. We want to house all of our programs, all of our health optimizations, all of our ways to live on purpose, all of the business clarity if you need, all of the healing that you may be needing, all of the creative expansions and opening to the networks, especially. It's a way to live smarter and bring in a income, because making money is a major thing for people. Cost of living crisis is doing its nuts on people right now, and a lot of companies. And want to kind of give you first access to this from this webinar too. So where I said before, along with what we're going to be delivering, these AI classes are going to be housed underneath that membership too. The AI class for January, because we kind of want the year started right. There's no wait until March or wait until April or wait until those kind of times. We want to put the right systems for people to just work a lot smarter in any field that you're in. Yeah. And I know that some people have issues with speaking, so TC's workshop is a part of that. There's every one of them's discounted. Once we share the link, I think it was like £67 for this workshop, and it's discounted to 50%. Because getting to tell your story with confidence is a key for people going forward. Lots of people want to do it on social media. I use social media a lot now and get to tell my story, and it's a massive reason how I've connected to a lot of people too. My thing for everybody is I really am passionate about seeing people succeed in health, in life, in their dreams. Like I like to ask people like what you love to do. I like to ask people what their dreams are, because somehow it kind of opens up the door to me being able to either to point them in a direction, or even if they give back to me in some kind of way. Like I'm one of those people, I like to see people happy. Yeah. And for everybody on the webinar, I really want you to succeed in life in as to the best way possible. Yeah. Inside the membership, we're going to be having like a one-to-one call with people. We're going to be doing that from January, just for the people who's joined today, to make sure that we're in alignment with what you need. Because I know Leon's thing is I need to make sure we're doing things that people really want. Yeah. Now, everything I spoke about is listed here. However, no one's going to take this down. And I can actually just send you all of those links for the doctors, for the juices, for the bioscans. If you haven't got Leon's email, it's there for my email, for my links, for the AI links, for the mastery to speaking links, and all of my books. Yeah. My name's been Marcia Brock, and I have given a brief overview in regards to the thought leadership program and how you can become from any health issue or any kind of issue you have to a leader. As I've said before, the book is available here, and if you want to take it from now and in the next 44 days, which will bring you to mid-January to become a thought leader and join us on the journey. Yeah. If Leon can put the WhatsApp link in the group for people, they can then join and I can then see who wants to get this package that I've been gifted from the people in my network, along with amazing things, and for you to be amazing too.
Thank you, Marcia. Family, put some ones in the chat. Put some ones in the chat, show your love and appreciation for Marcia. We're going to go into a quick Q&A session now. So if you can unshare your screen, sis.
Yeah, I will now.
And let's go into this. So, hey, Marcia, what positive mental attitude tips do you have when healing from sickness? So the first question is, what positive mental attitude tips do you have when healing from sickness?
Remember your goals is a major thing, and allow yourself to feel any feeling possible. I will have times where I'm really down, and I allow myself to do that. Like there's like an illusion that you're always meant to be positive or something like that. If things are, but I allow myself to be down. I give myself some time to be down. I allow myself to feel all of the emotions and then decide how I want to deal with them after. Like if I'm feeling down, am I going to give myself the whole day to be down, or I'm giving myself half an hour? Am I giving myself 2 hours to be down, or am I going to choose to do it for 5 minutes? And then yeah, I find that anybody who has kind of health issues, if that's how you're speaking about it, the health issues become the forefront of the mind and the goals become at the background, when it should be the other way around. I've found that your brain does this switch. So if you're focused on your future, your body's like, okay, I need to go forward into that future with you.
Excellent.
That help?
Yes, indeed. All right. Next question says, how did hospital react to your health success in treating conditions without pharmaceutical treatment?
They wanted to monitor everything I do. They asked to study me for 3 years. So yeah, for real. They started studying it in 2024. Yeah. So what's happened. So I live with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and the cancers obviously is something, but I also got diagnosed with lupus. I've reversed my lupus. So they were like, Marcia, University College London is studying me at the moment, and yeah, they're open, and I'm verbally very very gifted in letting doctors know, no, you're not doing this. No, you're not doing that. I've realized this isn't working for me. And all of the indoctrinations that they try to give you have to know your mind really well. Like they do this fanatical thing where they overwhelm the person in the hospital with information, overload. And then the person just like, okay, he said I should take this treatment that is tearing out my hair front, and I'm bald now. No, thank you. No, like I like cutting my own hair, not having it drop out because you gave me your medicine. So yeah, I was very vocal and I had a network of people around me who were actually giving me secondary advice and third advice, where I said I had my family and friends in America doing tests on my bloods and stuff. But just getting that second opinion from people like Leon, people like a naturopath, people like um, Dr. Allen. I will happily give those lists to everybody in the WhatsApp group because it's too much to try and put in the chat. So, was you able to put the link to the WhatsApp group in the chat?
Yep. 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 Yep.
Thank you, thank you. All right.
Yes, indeed. All right.
Any
Anyone else who wants to ask a question, you can raise your hand or just put your question in the Q&A. Or if not, hold on a second. Let me just get someone. Okay.
Thank
Alice, you
you.
can unmute your mic. Alice, if you want to ask a question.
Hello,
Greetings.
it's actually Marlene. I'm not sure how I came up as Alice, but never mind. What I
Hi,
wanted,
Molly.
hi, what I wanted to ask is, can you tell me how you was able to reverse your lupus?
Yeah. I had to start listening to my body was the first thing. Noticing the signs when I was having a flare up. Before I would be like, for instance, a lot of my flare-ups will come because I'm having an allergic reaction to a food mildly. So my tongue used to tingle or my skin would tingle. But I would ignore that. That ain't nothing. I ain't having like hives or anything. I would ignore that and then the body starts to react even more. But I'd gone to stage 3 before I'd trying to home in. So recently, just the other day, I ate, what did we eat? Some drink that me and my daughters bought. As soon as it hit my tongue, it started to tingle more than it's just a lovely flavor. Instantly, I started to drink water and flush out my system. Recently, I got magnesium oil for the pain that I'm in all the time with EDS. Sprayed it on myself, somehow got it on my face. Instant allergic reaction. Like instead of like I was told by a scientist that red onions help with antihistamines. So instead of me rushing around, I was able to use red onions. So finding very natural ways was this magical open door for me because I was literally allergic to all the man-made stuff anyway. So I feel like it's not a bad thing. It's like you're detoxing, having like natural foods, natural products on your skin. Like I don't use makeup apart from natural lipstick. I see people put lots of makeup on their face. I would react like a hitch where your face is all things. And some people keep on doing it. Oh, I've got so much bumps, but I'm gonna keep on and plaster it on. Or I've got this. So I had to learn to listen to my body. Lupus is just like a Amber Alert. That don't feel good, stop.
Oh, so you're saying when you take certain things,
Yeah, and because some people like if certain products on your skin, certain oils you're cooking with, certain products in your household, you're not realizing the impact of them on your body's system.
oh,
So I had to remove like lots of cleaning products from my house because from the bioscans, it was messing up my body.
really? So
Yeah.
when you were getting reactions and against household stuff and things you eat, that's when it created a problem for you.
Um,
Is that basically it? Putting it in a nutshell.
yeah, like I found out I had lupus at allergy clinic in King's College Hospital. I was just kept on having reactions to things and I needed to know why. And they saw that my RNA, the factor, was for lupus. And I was like 26, but I didn't realize that. I like cleaning. I didn't realize these products could be a factor. I'm not saying they are, but they when I was doing the bioscans, certain things were coming up that are reacting to my body. And since I've been doing the bioscans, I've been able to reverse the lupus from certain foods to eat, from certain emotions to regulate in my body. Like
Interesting.
emotions are a huge factor too.
Wow. So you're saying, because I know lupus is becoming very common these days. Uh, you meet so many people that say that they've got lupus. You know, I've never heard anyone said they've been able to reverse it because even Kelly on Loose Woman, Kelly, can't remember her surname. Anyway, she has it, and I haven't heard her said she's been able to reverse it. So,
Most of the treatments they give you are just to treat it. It's not to reverse it. That's maybe why.
wow. Wow. So, okay. So you check on stuff that's in your house, things you're eating, and if your body is reacting, then you stop it, and that's kind of what can help you.
That's with everything though. That's like a lot of people are maybe eating foods and their belly starts hurting them, or they're wearing something and it feels uncomfortable. So even some clothing. So yeah, it's just like I feel like it's a magical gift to give to yourself if you learn to listen to your body. The actual doctor who's doing the 3-year study, when I said to him, "Oh, I learned to listen to my body," he said, "Marcia, if everybody did that, I would no longer have a job."
And
So yeah,
what was the test you said they give you? A bio?
for it's called a Zyto Bioscan. There's different brand names, but they're all under the Bioscan name. I will share like 3 different people who do the bioscans. I think Pebbles does it as well. Um, in the WhatsApp group, just so it's all there. And happy to answer any questions because I know time has gone on. Yeah. But
Hold
yeah,
on.
I'm happy to answer any questions at all for it. Yeah, bioscans are cyto bioscans. It's nothing invasive. You put your hand on this machine. I had it in the slide. You put your hand on it and it scans everything. There's like even these little wands that you hold and it scans head to toe from the products in your hair, makeup on your skin, products in your clothes. Yeah, that is not suiting you.
Can the doctor do it, or you got to get it done?
Sadly, sadly, the NHS don't do it. It's through private delivery partners, and because it's curing, it's finding the root cause cure.
And where do you go and have these bioscans?
There's a lady called there's a few people that I can put in the group. Um, what's it called? Paradigm Pure Health do it. Leon used to do it. Leon's not doing it no more.
How much does it
Um,
cost? How much does it cost?
it can range in a mini scan can range from 50 to £300. So it can be more, it can be less. And that's why I kind of give people a few options to choose from that they can get their scans done. Because I think it's phenomenal. It's
How much,
helped.
how much can you pay for your scan, roughly?
Depends on the scan I had. I recently had a £400 scan. So yeah, it depends on how kind of deep you want to go. You can have an overall scan. I had like a thermograph scan done recently and let me know how much my cancer has reduced and how well it's gone so far.
Okay, so you had cancer and you had lupus.
Yeah, I've had 6 different cancers and I got diagnosed with lupus when I was 26 and finally got it into remission a couple years ago now.
Wow, that's fun. Amazing. Okay, if you could put the bio what's it in the chat? I'd be interested.
I'll put it if everybody joins the WhatsApp group, so I'm not because it will disappear once this chat's gone. If you join the WhatsApp group that Leon's put in the chat, then everything can be put in there. No problem.
Okay, okay. Where, can he put it again, the WhatsApp group?
Sure, I'll do that for you, sis. I'll do that. All right, let's
Thank
move on. Let me see if there's any other questions in the Q&A section. Marcia, are you available to speak to off of Zoom? So if you can put on, I don't know, any details, personal details, so people can contact you off of Zoom.
Yeah, of course. That's the WhatsApp group link.
Oh, she wants to
That's
speak
my
to
number. You're gonna
you personally off of Zoom. Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
WhatsApp group is for everyone, right?
Yeah. Come into the WhatsApp group and ask me because I won't have your number. I ain't gonna get it from this Zoom right now. So come into the group, say Marcia directly what you need to do and book in some time. I'm happy to talk. Some people are going through some serious medical diagnoses, and I know they need help out there.
And this one says, where's a good point for using AI? Where's a good starting point, I guess, for using AI to create content, videos, and books? And how can I use AI to assist with improving, I think that's supposed to say mental health and diet?
Okay, it depends on what platform you're using. I like DeepSeek. Some people like ChatGTP. Um, I find that DeepSeek, basically AI is only going to respond to what you've given it. Yeah, you can ask it to think deeper. So, for instance, some people's like, oh, you can have AI as your therapist. That I don't agree. It can give you tips, but I don't think it takes away from a human person giving you a empathetic view. So for instance, if you was to talk to chat, yeah, as a starting point, um, you want to create content. You would like speak to it, they call it prompts, speak to it saying, I would like to make content for this field. I don't know, say you sell shoes, you sell a particular shoe. I would like to make content for this particular shoe industry. I want you to research which kind of viral content has been popular recently and make me content similar to that for my niche and describe the shoe. Yeah. You can talk to it like that. You have to, with the AI, you have to give it really clear instructions to generate certain things, and you can keep on talking to it, like keep on adjusting your questions if it's not quite right or if it seems generic. You've got videos and even books. There's a plethora. AI technology is just everybody white labeling it, basically. You can DeepSeek is a unwhite labeled learning machine, and chat is a learning machine. And a lot of people have just white labeled chats. So no matter what they're called, it's still in the background, just chat. Can you use it for your mental health or diet? Your mental health you can, and your diet you can. However, I would still seek like someone who's a nutritionalist or someone who's a therapist to support you along with that. Yeah. S-
Yeah,
Um,
a lot of people are starting to use it instead of doctors. Even doctors are using ChatGPT like for symptoms and all that sort of stuff. Doctors are starting to use it. So yeah, a lot of people, like you say, therapists, a lot of now that you can use ChatGPT and it can talk back to you, a lot of people are using it for like therapy and stuff.
I'll give you a real example. My daughter likes to make games. My daughter's a bit of a gamer, one of my oldest daughter. She had chat build a game. It said it's going to take a few weeks to actually build this game. It took a few weeks for it to then let her know I'm really sorry I lied. I can't make the game that you've specified. No one issue's gone into prompts and prompts and prompts and prompts and prompts to build this ecosystem of a game. Now, chat lies to people, and I don't think people realize it. It can very much lie to you. So I wouldn't put all my faith into everything to do with my body in chat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. ChatGPT definitely lies. I actually just typed in to chat what are the mental and emotional triggers for lupus, and ChatGPT said there are none.
Like, no, like emotionally, the bioscan let me know. I was going through a divorce at the time. I had love and hate at exactly the same level. It was blowing everything in my body. So emotionally, my lupus was really, really high at that time. But I'd previously obviously not understood the emotions. Emotions are phenomenal on what they can do with your body. So bioscans are the way for me. If you leave here with nothing else, everybody get a bioscan.
Wicked, wicked, wicked. All right, let me see. Oh yeah, they just said that makes sense. All right, cool. All right, so thank you, sis. Let's wrap up. If you have any more questions, you can put them in the Q&A now, but we're going to wrap up, family. So thank you very much. Let me just share my screen, allow everyone to know what we've got coming up.
Sorry, I see somebody said I had one lumbar puncture and I've never forgotten that pain. Yeah, 22.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Marcia is a true health warrior. A true health warrior. So yeah, big up for that. All right, now family, we talked actually before I go into that, let me just tell you what events we've got coming up next year, family, because it's the end of 2025 now. I'm going to talk about that. But yeah, so we've got the hidden science of black hair coming up next year, family. You don't want to miss this. Very powerful event. Even to this day, they're still criminalizing black women's hair, not just black women, black men as well. You know, you can't go into certain jobs with, locks and that sort of stuff. So we're definitely going to go into that and go into the science behind black hair and that sort of stuff, the antennas, the fact that they're like an extension of your nervous system, all that sort of stuff. Very powerful event happening next year. Early bird tickets are available right now. So you guys get your early bird tickets. Sis Marcy, if you can post the links to these. So the Hidden Science of Black Hair, that's Saturday, the 4th of April at the Legacy Center of Excellence. That's going to be in Birmingham, family. So big up my up north people. This is your chance to come to a Hidden Science Academy event. We're going to be in your area. So if you're from Manchester, Birmingham, Leeds, make sure you get down to this event. I know people complain when we just do our events in London, but this one we're going to be in Birmingham, family. And then the one after that, we've got the big one, the Windrush Special, the Hidden Science of Reggae. That's Saturday, the 20th of June, 2026 at the Radisson Red Hotel. Big up all the people that came out to the Radisson Red Hotel over the weekend for our Black Men's Health event. Very powerful event. Large up everyone who came, because you came in the cold, you came and it was raining. You know what I mean? Like, we really appreciate everyone who attended the Black Men's Health event on Saturday, despite the weather, despite how far the venue was, despite the issues that you guys went through, you still came. But good thing is now you know about the venue. When you come next time, it's easy to get to because you don't have to think about it. You know exactly how to get there. So we're going to be back at the Radisson Red Hotel, which is a very stunning hotel at Heathrow, for the Hidden Science of Reggae Windrush Special. And it will be a weekender. True say we're going to be at a hotel, so we're going to make it into a weekender, the reggae weekender, from the 19th to the 21st. And you'll get access to, the facilities, whether it's the spa, swimming pool, jacuzzi, buffet breakfast, all that sort of stuff. Obviously, access to the Hidden Science of Reggae and access to the after party, which will be happening straight after the Hidden Science of Reggae event. The after party is going to 3 a.m. We've got some very special DJs for the after party. You don't want to miss this, family. It's going to be absolutely powerful. And Marcia mentioned it during her presentation, but I do run something called the 40-day fruit regeneration program. It's a 40-day fruit fast, basically. And some people will be like, oh my gosh, 40 days on just fruits. That's crazy. Listen, man, if you understand the purpose of fruits, fruits are the cleansers, yeah? Fruits cleanse, vegetables build. So if you're trying to cleanse the body, which means properly detox, if you're trying to cleanse the body, if you have any type of health issue going on, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's lupus, any type of C word, whether it's the cancer word or the COVID, wherever it is, cleansing the body is going to help. So we do a 40-day fruit regeneration program. We've been doing it for a couple of years. We gained some very powerful results. As you just heard, Marcia did it, and she got some very powerful results on it herself. And I'm not going to go through all of this. What you say?
100%.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm not going to go through the testimonials, but we've got a 40-day fruit fast group and people posting it, and people have been posting all of their powerful testimonials. Someone reversed their chronic kidney disease and that sort of stuff. So yeah, if you guys are interested, we're going to be starting it again January. Yeah. And I'll be mentioning it on wellness as well, so you guys will know. But yeah, when you sign up, you get access to our 40-day fruit fast support group, which is what you're seeing on your screen right now, which is a WhatsApp group. It's a support group. Everyone who's doing the 40-day fruit fast, they post in it, they say what's going on, whether they're doing well or not doing well. Everyone's just open and honest in the WhatsApp group, and it's a great support community. Yeah. And then you get the 40-day fruit fast instructions as well. So once you, again, pay to get into the group, you get the 40-day fruit fast instructions. And you get live Zoom calls with myself as well on a weekly basis, just to check your progress. And we do use grapes mainly. It's not just grapes on the 40-day fruit fast, but we do use grapes and lemons mainly. And listen to how grapes and lemons are very powerful for reversing cancers. This is by Dr. Robert Morse. If you guys know who Dr. Robert Morse is, he's like a holistic health practitioner. He's been in the game for decades. Before I was born, he's been in the game for like 40 years, if not longer. The guy on the right in all white. And he swears by using grapes and lemons to reverse cancer. Listen.
I've had a model that had lung and bone cancer, 43 days on grapes and lemons. Wow. No more bone and lung cancer left. Tumors, we had a 9-month-old with a tumor. And
9 months old?
9 months.
Wow.
And that shows you that your lymphatic system is set by mama.
Right.
Because you're hooked into her fluids. Remember, the body's just cells and fluids. That's all your body is. So your body's made of approximately 100 trillion cells. There's some but
give and take.
Give or take. 100 trillion cells. So you have to feed 100 trillion cells chemistry, right? Mm-hmm. Food, nutrition, right? But also you have to clean 100 trillion cells. Right. Just like a baby you bring home from the hospital, you don't just feed them. You gotta clean them. Right. And so how do you do that? And that's those interstitial spaces. Those are the spaces around every cell in your body, including bone. And that's how your body gets blood, and then the lymph moves it away.
Yeah.
The fluid in those spaces are 20% blood, 80% lymphatic. Mm-hmm. So it shows you how vital the lymphatic system is. Well, when you have a modality like the allopathic community that does not understand this, they make everything look like it's a disease and they can treat it, then that's what kills so many people.
Yeah.
So basically what he's saying is any issue that you've got is to do with your cells, and your cells do two things. Your cells have to eat, they have to consume nutrition, and they have to get rid of waste, the same way you have to consume nutrition and get rid of waste. So once you realize that's what your cells are doing, you just got to give it the right nutrition and make sure that the waste is getting taken out of the body by the lymphatic system. And doctors really won't tell you about the lymphatic system for whatever reason. But yeah, what's powerful about fruits, especially grapes, lemons, even berries, are very powerful. They get the lymphatic system moving, which is the system that gets rid of the waste out of the cells. So to get rid of waste out of your cells, fruits are very powerful at doing that. And again, when you sign up, you get the 40-day fruit regeneration program, PDF instructions, step by step, and you'll have access to our support community. Very powerful. People have been reversing all types of conditions in just 40 days. In just 40 days, they're able to reverse it. Yeah. So again, over the next couple of weeks leading up to the new year, I'm going to be talking about this quite frequently, letting everyone know that we're about to start. So yeah, it's going to be very, very powerful. Very powerful. All right.